Happy New the Toy. Zone. Look at this hat here. Condenser. No power. Why? How to get a bit of power on? Maybe why? No power. Maybe why? Maybe why not have any power to the building? How did he?
To me, it's all about Tom Brady. He's just one of those guys, game's on the line, a big play, he'll make that play for you.
Reload! Check it! 220! Wide, check!
We welcome you back to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's Chiefs ball as we jump into the action in the play. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is decorative. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And that'll set them back 5.
All right.
play. Newton to Stewart. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. To throw on second down is Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Because he's right in your sight line, so you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually for him. Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight so far.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that deep. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been way long to get out here and take off.
Line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Newton gives off to Stewart. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary for a really nice game.
This is Stewart again. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing on third down, Newton. And this one is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that because if they were confident enough to do it last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, change anything. They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and the defense knocked the ball away.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off now. Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now to throw. And he slings one. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's now exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown it in, and that should have been the 2nd one.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He'd all of those positions.
To throw, it's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it 2-yard line. That'll bring it in goal after the gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes the field, really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And again, it's Mahomes, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And tough to win. You're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And out come the Chiefs now. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. Let's be aggressive and go after him.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Now whistles as time has run out on this first quarter. 14-3, that's our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's the backup Smith. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that, where...
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
And it's 21-3. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want, again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Hogan now. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tano Passanio in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now it's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for J.U. Chesson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They'll run now with Ware, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Smith off the bootleg, and the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Smith, wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They got 29 yards there, and that'll be good for a KC first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. A route run and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Spencer Ware, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a
he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Hogan. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Back to throw. Hogan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They run it here. Ware found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's Smith. It's brought in by Harris. And now running right through him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've gotten the lead here, so for me,